The death of a child is devastating and often feels senseless, but sometimes the things we learn through tragedy can save others. That's why the Alabama Child Death Review Board was formed. WVTM 13's Aaron Llewellyn joining us now. The governor just appointed a Helena law enforcement officer to serve on this board, Aaron.
Yeah, guys, Sergeant Adam Sample says that he focuses on cases in Shelby County, but he'll also be a part of a 28-member board that will review cases from around the state. He hopes to keep other families from losing a loved one. Sergeant Adam Sample says his latest appointment is an honor.
I'm just hoping that maybe I can help in some way or bring something to the rest of the team. There's a lot of very talented people on the team.
Governor Kay Ivey selected the Helena Police Department officer to serve on the Child Death Review Team. Created in 1997, the task force investigates child deaths across the state.
It runs everything from something like SIDS to something anything like ATV crashes, vehicle crashes, all kinds of manners and ways of death that these victims have had.
Sample says the board reviews cases of all kinds as long as the child is involved. He hopes these investigations will save other young lives.
What we do is when we go in and review these cases, if we find anything that can be done better or any suggestions that we can make, then we pass that along to the governor, legislatures, educators.
He tells us most investigations happen quickly, but there are exceptions.
If it happened, 2 years ago, but it's just reported now, I would imagine we would still review it. If it was reported 2 years ago, it would have been investigated or reviewed 2 years ago.
And there's also some misconceptions about what the board does.
I think a lot of people think that we investigate. When there's a case, we go and investigate the case. And basically what we do is we actually review the cases. So these cases have already come up, they've already happened. We just review them. And by reviewing them, hopefully we can figure out, what went wrong where, if there was anything to do to be able to prevent that, and if there was something to be able to prevent it, if we could prevent another death like that in the future.
Now, the task force meets every 3 months, and the team is also expected to make recommendations for changes in state laws and policies like firearm safety programs and suicide prevention. Back to you.